date to be determined by the Tinubu administration, which took over on May 29, 2023. However, President Tinubu has not yet revealed the new date for the next census. In another development, the Corps Marshal Federal Road Safety Corps, Dauda Bureau, has directed the deployment of 1,500 personnel of the Corps and 35 vehicles to Imo, Kogi, and Bayelsa states to help strengthen enforcement of restrictions during the entire process of the election on Saturday. The off-cycle polls are scheduled to be held on November 11, 2023 in Bayelsa, Kogi, and Imo states. Bill wants the personnel deployed to play an active role in the democratic exercise, to exhibit the highest sense of professionalism and ingenuity, and avoid any temptation that could lead to abuse of the rights of electors. While reading out the marching order to the personnel, the Corps Marshal called on the electorate in the states to comply with all regulations, including restrictions, as will be announced. Now, ahead of the November 11th governorship election in Bayelsa State, the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, has paid a visit to the Governor of Bayelsa State, His Excellency Senator Doye Diri. Diri, who is seeking a re-election bid under the platform of the People's Democratic Party, gladly welcomed Egbetokun to the state. Inspector General of Police has assured the Governor of the state that the police will ensure full security of lives and property before, during, and after the election. Egbetokun praised Governor Diri for the peaceful atmosphere in Bayelsa State and warned that all those who want to disrupt the election will face the full consequence of the law.
Your Excellency, I'm sorry if I break protocol. I just don't want this opportunity to pass by. I want to make a request from Your Excellency. Please send a message out to your supporters to shun violence in this election. Help me send a message to them that they should embrace peace and shun any act of violence in this election. And I'm sure if they hear from you, you are a leading candidate in this election. If they hear from you, I'm sure they will follow.
Governor Diri, however, thanked Egbetokun for the visit, asking him to monitor the Bayelsa State election very closely.
There is an award for peace. I want to believe that I merit that award. And none of my supporters, none of them, we have always preached as we preach in the church and in the mosque to them about the need to be peaceful, the need to keep the peace in this state, and what we have already achieved to sustain it. And because we are not in a political forum, I won't also say certain things. If I say, they will say I'm campaigning here. Your visit is not for that. I can assure you again and again that the supporters of Governor Doye Diri are the most peaceful supporters in Bayelsa State.
Newsman has reported that ahead of the November 11 governorship elections in Bayelsa, Imo, and Kogi states, the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, has ordered the distribution of 220 operational vehicles for election security management. The force also deployed anti-riot equipment, including water cannons, armored personnel carriers, helmets, bulletproof vests, and tear gas canisters. You're watching Biscon TV News. Coming up next is Business News. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Now to business news. The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited has said it had launched a new crude oil grade, Nembe, and had shipped its first cargo in October, consisting of 950,000 barrels. Newsman report, quoting the Executive Director of Crude and Condensate at NNPC Trading, Mariamo Idris, on the sidelines of the August European Crude Conference in London, said The first cargoes of the new grade were sold to France and the Netherlands. Nembe is similar to other distillate-rich grades such as Focados, Bonga, and Egina. The low-sulfur grade commands a premium to the global Brent benchmark and is a good grade to compete with Brazilian and Azeri crude grades for European refiners, she added. Production of Nembe is currently around 50,000 barrels per day, but the NNPCL said it is aiming for a rise to 80,000 barrels per day by the first quarter of next year and 150,000 barrels per day by the start of 2025, the source added. The development comes on the heels of recovering crude oil production, which went from a low of 900,000 barrels per day last September to 1.3 million barrels per day last month. You're still watching Biscon TV News. Coming up next is foreign news. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Now to foreign news. A man has been crushed to death by a robot in South Korea after it failed to differentiate him from the boxes of food it was handling, reports say. The incident occurred when the man, a robotics company employee in his 40s, was inspecting the robot. The robotic arm, confusing the man for a box of vegetables, grabbed him and pushed his body against the conveyor belt, crushing his face and chest, newsmen said. He was sent to hospital but later died. According to newsmen, the robot was responsible for lifting boxes of peppers and transferring them onto pallets. The man had been checking the robot's sensor operations ahead of its test run in South Gyeongsang province. The test had originally been planned for November 6, but it was pushed back by 2 days due to problems with the robot's sensor. The man, a worker from the company that manufactured the robotic arm, was running checks on the machine late into the night on Wednesday when it malfunctioned. In a statement after the incident, an official from the Dongguseong Export Agricultural Complex, which owns the plant, called for a precise and safe system to be established. We'll take another short break and when we come back we'll bring you sports news. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Biscon TV News. Now to the world of sport. Alexander Usyk is hopeful his undisputed heavyweight world title fight with Tyson Fury can take place in Saudi Arabia in February after the British star's bruising bout against Francis Ngannou. Contracts were signed back in September, but the proposed December 23 date in Riyadh looks sure to be delayed since Fury's near defeat to former UFC champion Ngannou is a non-title bout on October 28. Ukrainian Usyk holds the WBA, WBO, IBF, and IBO belts, and both he and Fury are unbeaten. Speaking with newsmen from his training camp in Valencia, Spain, Usyk said the date should be decided next week. The long-awaited honor fight would crown the first undisputed champion since Lennox Lewis in the 1999 and the first of the four-belt era, and Usyk has made clear that he would take advantage of this delay. We take another short break and when we come back we'll bring you some entertainment news. Join us again.
Hello and welcome to Showbiz News. Nollywood Yoruba actor Odunlade Adekola is filled with joy as he wins his first international award for his first cinema movie, Orisha. The actor celebrated reaching a significant milestone by posting the good news on his Instagram page. Odunlade expressed his gratitude in particular to the film's crew and cast for their outstanding performances as well as to Film One's production house. Film One Production congratulated Odunlade Adekola on his well-deserved victory on Instagram, praising him for his amazing film that won over audiences throughout Africa. In another story, Nollywood talented actress Tony Abraham shared stunning photos as she announces the release date of a new movie, Malaika. Tony Abraham posted a gorgeous picture of herself wearing a stunning green gown along with a note about the debut of her most recent project. The mother of two said on Instagram that a new film, Malaika, will be released in theaters on 22nd December nationwide. The actress dropped the motivation about having direction on a caption. She noted that direction has more importance than speed. Also, Pere Egby, Big Brother reality star, has revealed that he and his love interest, Mercy Eke, have decided to keep their relationship private. In the final week of the show, when they were down to 6 housemates, the lovebirds developed affections for each other and grew fond of each other. Pere appeared as a guest on a TV show and gave an update on how the ship is sailing, claiming they are cool but have opted to keep their relationship low-key. And that's all we have for you today on Showbiz News.
Welcome back to Biscon TV News. To end the news, here's a recap of the major points. On the national scene, President Tinubu signed 2.17 trillion naira 2023 supplementary budget into law. Federal government will support NPC to conduct next census, says President Tinubu. In business news, NNPCL unveils new crude grade, ships 1.9 million barrels in October. On the foreign scene, man crushed to death by robots in South Korea. And in the world of sports, Usyk hopes Fury World title fight will be confirmed for February in Saudi Arabia. And that's it on the news hour on Biscon Television. Compiled and produced by Tomiloba Abalan and Stella Opal. Thank you for watching.
Patterns, how that is affecting broadcast media in Africa. We have another panel on delivering universal service across to all Nigerians and indeed anyone else that could watch our stations or our programs in our country. Then we'll have present panels on the drivers for two important panels. The ones that are quite close to my heart, which one is on gender diversity, and the other one looks at content for children. That's the package for today. I am sure that all of us will enjoy and take away a lot from today's package. Now, I want to recognize the presence of the former DG of NBC. Before the close of day today, we will be inviting you to join us at the networking hub, which is sponsored by SES. There will be drinks. Well, when I say drinks, you know the kind of drinks I'm talking about, not the kind of the one you guys are thinking right now. There will be drinks, soft drinks, and there will be things to nibble on. And of course, there will be plenty of opportunity for you to meet with your colleagues in a more relaxed environment that SES will be providing us. That will be going before the end of the day today. The networking hub is in the exhibition room and the actual hall, and you will find the SES banners flying there. you can definitely join us. I will be bringing shortly the first speaker. He's supposed to start at 10:30, so I'm going to make sure that he's ready for our hearing. Theo, I need you to be ready in 5 minutes, sir. Okay? Dr. Lekun Fadolapo, who's the Director General of ARCON, Advertising Regulatory Council of Nigeria. Also, Guy Bruce will be joining, I understand, is obviously the CEO of Silverboard Communications Limited. And we have one of our colleagues from Sputnik. They've traveled all the way from Russia to join us. Her name is Victoria Budelova. She's the head of Sputnik Africa. She'll be joining us. I understand that John Mama will be joining us, right? You will be representing. Okay. Then we have a representation from Channels Media Group and also Connect, the two sessions will be joining us afterwards. After that, we will have the Accelerating Universal Delivery of Fully Digitized Broadcasting Services to all Nigeria. That is a powerful panel as well. You know who's going to be in that panel? I'll tell you. I have the DG of NTA, Alhaji Abdulhamid Dembos. I have the executive from Atwa Communications, that is Liberty Radio, Rabiu Ibrahim. I have the chairman of Kenny's Communications Limited, Kenny Ogungwe. And I have the former managing director of Kano State Radio, TV and Radio, Alhaji Asa Ibrahim, Kayode Akitemi from the Ignite Media Group, and Esther Alaride from Women FM. I noticed something yesterday that during the panel conversation, which was quite striking to me because for those of you who have been at the events that we have done in the past, when we do panel, I like to see interaction from audiences. And I was really looking forward to loads of questions to the panelists. Please, today, guys, let's ask these guys questions because we have brought them in because they are remarkable people and they're supposedly the leaders of the industry that we are in. And if they cannot provide questions, then obviously we have a problem. But we don't have a problem because they are here to answer questions. Then let's not leave the questions only to the moderators. Let's fire questions at these guys just to check that a few days ago. Now he's here. I don't know how he manages it, but he's here. He's going to be talking to us on satellite platforms, using it to deliver content everywhere, cost effectively. That's the most important words in that sentence. A lot of people can offer you solutions, but will they be cost effective enough to meet your budget? Theo is going to tell us how SES is doing it. A little word about SES, and I say this everywhere I go. I mentioned it in Zanzibar, I said it in Johannesburg. Anywhere SES is been, because they have been everywhere. They have been everywhere across Africa. There are a lot of satellite companies. I don't want to say something that will get me into trouble, but SES stands above because SES always go to where the people are. And because of that, and because they're also one of our sponsors here, can we please give a round of applause to SES, the company, as Theo, Mr. Theodore Sampa comes on board. Theo, please, it's very serious. Please, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, can we clap like we really mean it? Thank you. Can we give you a round of applause? Theo.
Currently managing our West Africa platform services in Ghana, where we operate the multi-TV platform. I think some of you receive it here, and it's known as Joy TV. What West Africa platform services is actually a joint venture company between KNet, one of the leading local platform operators, and SES. And we're very proud of what they do for Ghana. I'm also the founding CEO of HD Plus, a platform we launched in Ghana where we offer high definition content for consumers. In this case, the consumer pays a little fee to get access to HD content. From our survey, we know that over 50% of homes have HD receiving TV, so we decided to offer them some HD content as well. I've also worked with stakeholders both in Ghana and Nigeria here to get the DSO projects going. And we'll touch on that as well. I heard the video minister speak on the DSO. It's a topic that is dear to my heart. Satellite platforms, a cost-effective way of delivering content. I mean, when that topic came up, I was thinking, this is so obvious and clear. How am I really going to talk about this? Because everyone who works in broadcasting already knows it. But so before I start, if you could indulge me, how many broadcasters are in this room? Just to be sure, people who are operating TV channels or working with TV channels. If you could indulge me, show by hand, how many? There should be more than that. I see more. Okay. How many use satellite to distribute their content? So the same hands came up again. And there's good reason for that. Okay. And before I go into that topic, let me just tell you a little bit about SES. So please, if you can go to the next slide. It's a short video. Can we go to the video, please? Yeah, we tested it this morning, so it should work. You got the volume? Can we have volume, please? You guys promised me it would work. All right. I'm not going on until this thing works. For the possible space to get our content everywhere in the world. Okay? But if you go back one, that would be great. So we're trusted by big partner. Okay? Yeah, JP. JP is from City TV in Ghana. He's going to help them out. Thank you very much, JP. Okay. Amazing was the fact that I've worked with stakeholders in Ghana and Nigeria to get the DSO projects to the ground. But before that, we toured about 15, 16 countries in West and Central Africa to preach the fact that the DSOs would be more cost effective for countries if they adopted the GTH from day one for that rollout. I'm happy to see that Ghana and Nigeria indeed try to do this, and well, there's room for improvement, but they're on the right track. Okay, so we work with a lot of partners globally. You can see them was grayed out, but yeah, we reach 130 countries working with institutions in those countries. So next slide, please. Our global TV reach is about 370 million. So we have 53 million in North America, 44 Latin, 176 Europe, 49 significantly in Africa, 13 Middle East, and 33 in Asia Pacific, reaching over 1 billion people like this. Next slide, please. The next slide, you see that we transmit over 8,000 TV channels both by satellite and also terrestrially. Out of this, over 5,000 is HD, over 3,000 is HD,